Rick Ross has officially kicked off production on his own BMF series after acquiring the life rights from 50 Cent in a massive $150 million deal. But Big Meech, blindsided and still fuming over 50 Cent betrayal, wants no part of it and refuses to support Ross's version of the story. The entertainment world is in chaos right now as Rick Ross, one of hip-hop's most polarizing moguls, has just confirmed what many thought was only a rumor. He is officially in production on his very own BMF television series. That's right. In the aftermath of 50 Cent's shocking decision to sell the life rights of Black Mafia Family co-founder Big Meech for an estimated $150 million, Rick Ross has wasted no time taking the reins and launching what could become the most controversial TV drama in hip-hop history. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. And while Ross is popping champagne and assembling a star-studded production team, the real man behind the legacy, Big Meech, is watching from behind bars in utter disbelief. Still nursing the sting of betrayal from someone he once trusted, Meech has made it abundantly clear he is not backing this new show. He's not celebrating, he's not co-signing, and most importantly, he's not with Ross. Let's rewind for a second because the foundation of this explosive drama was built brick by brick in betrayal. As reported previously, 50 Cent, who had been at the helm of the original BMF series on Stars, abruptly walked away from the project after tensions with the network, issues with cast members, especially Lil Meech, and growing frustration with the direction of the show. While fans thought that was the end of the road for BMF, something darker was happening behind the scenes. 50, still in possession of the legal life rights to Big Meech's story, had been entertaining offers. And when Rick Ross, his long-standing rival, threw $150 million on the table to acquire those rights, the deal was sealed. No announcement, no warning, just contracts, cash, and a silent handshake behind the curtain. Word of the deal reached Big Meech through prison contacts, and to say he was blindsided would be putting it mildly. This wasn't just a business transaction. This was betrayal on a personal level. 50 Cent, who once visited Meech behind bars, who built an entire hit series off his life, who earned millions with the help of Meech's name, had flipped the script, sold the story, and passed the torch to his biggest enemy, Rick Ross. Now, the man who built a persona around being the biggest boss is taking that energy straight into Hollywood. According to inside sources, Ross has already secured a major production studio in Atlanta. Ironic, considering that's the very city where BMF once dominated the streets. Casting calls are underway. A writing team is reportedly in full swing, and several A-list directors have been approached. Ross isn't playing games. But here's the twist. Unlike 50 Cent's BMF, which was co-signed by Meech and even featured his son Lil Meech in the lead role, Ross's version is being produced without the personal approval or involvement of the BMF founder. Insiders close to Meech claim he's furious. Not just at 50 Cent for selling the rights, but at the fact that Rick Ross is now positioning himself as the new curator of his story. To Meech, this isn't entertainment. This is his real life, his legacy, his family, his rise and fall. And now it's being retold by someone who never walked the path, never understood the code, and never earned the right to speak on it. From prison, Meech has reportedly sent out messages expressing that he does not support the production and has urged those loyal to him to stay away from Ross's show. That's a bold move, considering that Ross is promising to bring a grittier, more authentic version of the BMF saga. In his words, the original show was polished, sanitized, and didn't capture the raw ambition of the streets. But let's not forget the elephant in the room. Rick Ross and 50 Cent have a long and bitter history. This isn't just about making TV. This is about revenge, ego, and outmaneuvering each other at the highest level. And Ross, for once, might have pulled the ultimate chess move. From the very moment 50 walked away from the BMF series, Ross knew the opportunity was ripe. He's always styled himself as a street boss, often referencing real figures and movements in his music. But to have the legal rights to the most iconic drug empire in American history, that's a crown jewel, a power move that screams dominance, not just in music, but in media. And while 50 Cent is still recovering, literally, from the fallout of his decision, including the alleged ambush that left him hospitalized, which many still believe was connected to Meech's inner circle, Ross is doubling down. He's already teased a show on Instagram with cryptic posts like, "This time, the real bosses are telling the story." Another post featured a director's chair with BMF. "Boss moves forever," printed on it, leading fans to speculate that this could be the title of the new series. Ross's approach is aggressive, luxurious, and rooted in spectacle. He wants helicopters. He wants vintage cars. He wants scenes shot in strip clubs where real BMF business went down. He wants it all, uncut, unapologetic, and dripping in boss energy. Some insiders say he's already trying to cast real former associates of the Black Mafia Family in small roles to legitimize the show in the streets. But that's also the problem. Because if there's one thing Rick Ross doesn't have, it's the blessing of Big Meech. And that's not just symbolic. That's real. In street culture, legacy matters. Approval matters. And telling someone else's story without their backing isn't just disrespectful, it's dangerous. Already, Ross is facing backlash from BMF affiliates who see the project as an insult, a move of pure ego and opportunity, rather than genuine respect for the legacy.